Hi, my name is Gabriel, also known as Kingdomofgabriel, and this is my first YouTube video. So I hope that you will enjoy this, and I hope that this will help you if you're trying to cosplay Aomine. And I also apologize for it being a little bit messy, but let's just get into it, right? Nice.
So to start out with, we're gonna have a clean face, then we're gonna put in our contact lenses, then we finna moisturize. It's important to remember not only to moisturize your face, but also your neck, since we're also going to be putting makeup down our necks. So anyway, we're gonna move on to primer to prep the skin for the makeup. Personally, I like to let the primer and the moisturizer sit on the skin for a little while, just to let it kind of sink into the skin and also to let my eyes get used to the contact lenses. But anyway, we're just gonna move on to moisturizing our lips, cause we ain't about these crusty lips though. No thank you. And then afterwards, we're just going to move on to eyebrow concealing. I'm not gonna explain it too much in detail, so I hope that you can kind of get the gist of it from these clips. So, after concealing your eyebrows, we're going to move on to concealing any blemishes. The reason I do this step now is because I actually don't have a concealer that's 100% my own skin color. So in order to not disturb the foundation base, I just chose to do it now. But anyway, we're just going to put on the concealer and then blend it out with a beauty blender. And then we're moving on to foundation. So it's important to remember that Aomine's undertone is actually warm. So if possible, you should also have a warm toned foundation. But if that's not possible, then it's also okay. We're just going to blend out the foundation with a brush, going over the face as well as the neck. When you go over the eyebrows though, be a little bit careful. I actually off camera went over them with a concealer brush and a bit more foundation, just because that way you can conceal them, but also it's easier so that you don't risk moving the glue too much. But anyway, we're also going to go over the foundation with a beauty blender. This is just to ensure that it's nice and smooth and that there are no streak marks or anything like that. And then we're going to set our eyebrows, and then we are going to move on to highlighting with concealer. We're going to highlight under the eyes, the eyelids, the forehead, the tip of the nose bridge, the cupid's bow, and the chin. So one thing that's important to remember when you highlight is that sometimes the more you highlight, the prettier you look. And that can be a good thing, but that's not really the type of vibe we're going for with Aomine, because that's not really his character. So just be aware of that. But we're just going to blend out the concealer with a brush as well as a beauty blender. After concealing, we're going to set the places that we would typically crease the most, the fastest. For me, that's my eyes. So just set that and then move on to setting the entire face, as well as the neck. And then we're moving on to eyebrows. So put a protective layer of translucent powder under your eyes. This stuff gets everywhere. But anyway, we're just going to start by sketching out the eyebrows roughly with black to give it a nice base. Don't worry that it's ugly or something like that. This is just to kind of have a basic idea of where the eyebrows are gonna go. Because then we're going to clean up the shape with concealer. Remember to set the concealer when you're done cleaning it up though. When we're done with that, we're going to color the eyebrows. So ruin the shape you just made with color. Really don't be afraid to go in, just go whoosh, whoosh, as if you're a painter or something, because we are again going to clean up the shape with concealer and then setting the concealer. And then when you're done with that, we are also done with the eyebrows. So even though we are done with the eyebrows, don't take away the powder just yet. I kind of forgot because we still have to do the eyes. So start by doing a light beige wash of eyeshadow. Then afterwards, we're going to move on to a little bit of eye contouring. When you're done with that, we're going to move on to tightlining both the upper and the lower lash line with black eyeliner. This is really good to do so that there are no gaps between your eye and the liquid eyeliner that we're going to do later. But it is extremely uncomfortable, and I also poked myself in the eyes, so it just be like that. But anyway, moving on to the liquid eyeliner, we're just going to do this thinking that you have to do Aomine's eye shape on your eyes. But also remember that that's a little bit hard because he is 2D and you are not. So because I didn't practice, this is where my makeup suffered a little bit. So I am going to diffuse the eyeliner a little bit with some black eyeshadow and also going under my eyes with that black eyeshadow. Afterwards, I'm going to move on to mascara. Again, don't put this mascara on thinking that you want long eyelashes, but more so to not have white eyelashes because of the powder. After putting on the mascara, we're just going to move on to doing the exact same thing on the other eye, trying to make it as symmetrical as possible. So after finishing up the other eye, we're going to move on to doing the double eyelid. We're going to start out by looking at a reference picture and then sketching out that shape with a little bit of brown eyeshadow, and then cleaning up that shape with concealer and then setting the concealer. Then we're going to deepen that shade a little bit with some black eyeshadow and then feather it out towards the eyebrow. Afterwards, clean it up again with concealer and set that concealer again. After finishing up the eyes, we're going to move on to dusting of this crusty powder though. And then we're going to bring back color with another powder. And then we're going to highlight with another powder. And then we're going to move on to contouring. So contour around the eyebrows by scrunching up the eyebrows and then just go along those lines that are there naturally. Aomine is always mad, so that's why we're doing this. Afterwards, snatch this nose though. Ooh, get your snatch anime nose. And then contour around the eyes and the outlines of the face, as well as the cheekbones, the chin, and the jaw. Lastly, we're just going to contour our lips. Then we're going to move on to our final step, which is highlighting. So go ahead and highlight your cheekbones, your chin, your cupid's bow, your forehead, your nose bridge, and the tip of the nose. Now, I would typically set my makeup with setting spray after doing highlighter. Unfortunately, I ran out of setting spray, so that is not a possibility for me, but feel free to go ahead and set your makeup, and then we're done.
So that was it. Originally I had filmed another outro where I was in cosplay, but it was just weird. So here I am just wanting to say 3 things. First of all, thank you so much for watching this video. Second of all, sorry for it being a little bit messy. And third of all, I will be doing more videos. So stay tuned and have a good day.